from Girdwood, Alaska. Um, we just had a pretty crazy evening tonight. Obviously, if you guys are up and you've seen the news, all of Alaska is under a tsunami warning, and we had a pretty decent sized earthquake, like a 7.9 um, earthquake, and it woke us up actually. Uh, I thought my wife was falling out of
Two.
bed. She's like, "Jake, you feel that?" And we started getting a little nervous because the earthquake just kept going. And then about 2 minutes after the earthquake ended, all of a sudden we got on the phone here and just went to look and see what the magnitude of the earthquake was. And the tsunami warning popped up on our phone. So I got our kids out of bed. We're at the Alyeska Resort right now, and Luke, he woke up and he's still awake. He'll remember this the rest of his
It's
life.
on the news again.
And we're just watching on the news for what what we need to do if there was to be a tsunami come up turning an arm.
As of 2:29, the harbor officers report that the water was receding from the harbor in Kodiak.
Oh, so Kodiak is gonna get a tsunami because the water's receding,
At
and that
2:29,
means the
it
wave will
says.
come
So
in. But there's been
2:59 now.
some uh, some big uh, reports of like some waves coming up on some buoys in certain areas, but we're not sure how accurate all of those are. But Kodiak apparently has been all evacuated and stuff.
3 a.m.
But we don't think we're going to have any problem here at Alyeska. They're about 350 feet above sea level. It'd take one heck of a tsunami to give us any trouble up
3
here.
o'clock.
And then we're on the fifth floor. I was a little bit nervous at first though, because I didn't know how quick it would happen, how quick a tsunami would come here. So the earthquake was at 12:30, and they didn't have one scheduled for Homer, Alaska, and then it would take a lot longer for it to come up Cook Inlet to get up to Girdwood on the Turnagain Arm. But I think we should be totally fine and everything here at Alyeska.
Back.
It was pretty nerve
Oh,
wracking
there
through the
this is
earthquake,
KTU.
and we're just kind of watching the uh, news here. I'll quickly. I don't want to get in trouble with copyright issues. Oh, I guess I can't turn. Oh yeah, I can. So you can see they got tsunami warning stuff on the TV there. We're just watching it. I got first somebody commented and said the first reported wave height is 6 inches. I haven't I haven't seen it on the news yet, but that's good news if that's the case, because it was a pretty big quake and it lasted for a while, and we were 150 miles or so away from the epicenter,
Oh, here's
which
the
was in the
live
Gulf
cam.
of Alaska, and we're just waiting it out and seeing how it's gonna go. But
I'm gonna take
thanks
this.
for all you guys that are up watching this. I know it's late at night for everywhere basically. I guess it's
Oh,
early
not
in the
for the
morning
East
for the
Coast.
East Coast.
Oh, here's a guy on
Yep.
the phone
Yeah.
from
Somebody
Kodiak.
says water's moving out in Kodiak Bay, and that's a
Where's
big deal
can you
because
remote? I want to hear this.
when the water moves out, that means the wave's coming, and it's certainly almost as big a quake as they had in Japan for that for the for the tsunami that they had over there, and that was quite a large tsunami. It was a lot closer to shore, so they had a lot of damage from the earthquake, and then the tsunami happened right away. This earthquake was pretty far off ashore. Even Kodiak was over an hour after the earthquake happened. Kodiak still had an hour warning, and they were able to evacuate all of Kodiak. Anyways, so we're just sitting and waiting it out to see if there's any stuff. But when the earthquake happened and we got the original tsunami report, I got all my kids out of bed just to be safe, and we all got dressed just to be ready, just in case a tsunami was coming quicker, because I didn't know that it would take 3 or 4 hours to get here up in Turnagain Arm from the epicenter. But I just wanted to make sure that we could run out and we can get up the mountain here really quick on our feet if we ever needed to. And I wasn't sure about what the elevation was here. It doesn't seem like you go 350 feet above sea level when you pull in from Turnagain Arm up to the Alyeska resort. So anyways, we just kind of are sitting and waiting it out, and I probably feel pretty safe to go back to sleep, even though it'd be scheduled probably to come here between 3 and 4 o'clock. But I kind of want to see what happens in Kodiak before I get too settled in, because that's kind of the gates of Cook Inlet to see if the wave is going to come up into Cook Inlet and Homer, Alaska. If Homer gets a big tsunami, I just want to be ready. I don't want to lose a vehicle or get stuck in a low area and lose our lives. But I don't think that's going to happen. Who knows? We could get the water could easily come up on the highway along Turnagain Arm and strand us here at Alyeska. The kids are probably hoping that a little bit because they'd like to stay here longer. And I wasn't planning on doing this live feed, but I figured it was a good time to do a live feed and just let people know what was kind of going on up in Alaska. And people are pretty calm and prepared for this up in Alaska. It's not like there was mass hysteria or anything in any of these places. People just got up, got prepared, and got going for what they needed to do and to make the next move. I called the front desk of Alyeska to see what they were going to do, and they said, we're just getting our emergency prepared. They figured out what they needed to do, and then they just let everybody know that asked them that we were in a good place. So, but anyways, I just wanted to update you guys. We'll probably do a live feed tomorrow from Alyeska on the slopes. And anyways, yeah. So everything's pretty good so far as we know. We did see a report that there was a buoy up like that there was a water difference of like 10 meters in on the buoy, and that was concerning to us because that 10 meters out in the ocean, when the water gets up to the shore, it'll stack up on each other on itself and really build a big, huge wave. And that's kind of just what we want to be prepared for if something like that would happen. Like I said, we're at 350 feet sea level. We're only like two miles from the ocean, maybe, but it's definitely within the realm of possibility because the tides magnify extremely high in Turnagain Arm in Alaska, here just south of Anchorage. They have tides that are so high they create a bore wave up the arm. So since we're at the end of this arm, I'm like, there's a possibility that a really big wave could come and wash up into Girdwood. But we are out of the warning area, not originally, but they shut the warning down for us. But western Cook Inlet, which is at the beginning part, is still under a warning. Homer, Alaska is still under a warning. Seward, and if Kodiak's just got water going out right now, the wave is taking longer than they predicted. And they probably predicted it sooner just so people would be more prepared and to give you just kind of more of a sense of urgency, which I think is good. And even if we don't get a big wave, I'm glad they have that system in place so we are prepared if there ever is a big wave. It's not somewhere that we normally, we don't live right next to the ocean. We're not in a tsunami area, but we happen to be vacationing for the weekend, or for Monday and Tuesday, I guess, after the weekend. Just a family kind of vacation, and just some stuff with that. And so we just happen to be in the spot where it's under a little bit of threat. So, but everything's going really good with it. And there isn't anybody freaking out about it, so that's really awesome. It's how you want to be in a disaster. You want to stay calm, collected, figure out what you need to do, and then just take the steps as necessary, be expedient about it, and do the best you can. Make sure you're safe, then make sure your family's safe, and then help people around you if you need to. Right now we're not in that extreme of danger right now, but anyways, if you guys are just tuning in right now, thanks for tuning in. Our channel's actually about Alaska and what there is to do in Alaska, and it's just kind of a family vlog as well. We take our kids around with us all over, and we do lots of stuff experiencing Alaska and stuff. So if you're just tuning in, you've never seen our channel before, check it out. Subscribe to us. It helps us out and helps us get it helps us really grow our channel here. So, and we'll be able to provide more. We'll be able to show you more of what goes on in Alaska and what Alaska is like. And but anyways, everything, we're safe and sound. I think I'm gonna just tune out. I've basically said all that needs to be said about it until we hear otherwise. I'm just kind of rambling, so I'll tune in tomorrow. And kind of give an update of what we had with the tsunami while we're showing people. I'm going to do a live feed from Alyeska Resort. We're going to take our kids snowboarding on the mountain, and I'll do a live feed up there. So you can check us out tomorrow with that as well. And I'm not sure what the time will be. It kind of depends when everything gets together. Getting kids together to go snowboarding and stuff can take a little bit of time and a little bit of time to set up. But anyways, we'll check back then, unless I hear something that's a major issue with the tsunami tonight. So thank you guys for tuning in for our live feed, and check out our channel if you're just new here. And thanks for tuning in with us, and we'll catch you later. Hopefully it'll be tomorrow. I don't want to have to check in later tonight because there's a big huge mess from this tsunami. The earthquake was pretty crazy. It definitely woke us up. Our kids are probably going to remember this for the rest of their lives. So it's just kind of one of those kind of crazy things that sticks with you. So anyways, if you're in Alaska, stay safe out there, follow the warnings. And that's all I got for tonight. Thanks, guys.